Nepal in the month of June 2026, what you should be expecting. Now, you need to understand that the month of June is pretty much the beginning of monsoon in most parts of Nepal. So, by default, you need to be prepared for rains, which could be throughout the day or for the second half of the day, but it is going to be raining. Remember that in Kathmandu and in Pokhara, if you check out the predictions, it is raining from, I would say, 10 a.m. in the morning till late evening. So come prepared and be ready for us a rain-soaked Nepal in the month of June. Now, the June in Nepal is not going to be a havoc as the previous years have been, because the roads have been pretty much, I would say, 70% have been completed. So you will not be stuck with landslides and all of that. And this is pertaining to the major tourist routes in Nepal. If you're going from Lumbini to Pokhara or from Lumbini to Kathmandu and from Kathmandu to Pokhara, the roads are, I would say, 70% completed. So you're not going to really struggle. Now, when it comes to the weather, you need to understand that in Kathmandu, it's going to be warm. In the daytime, the temperature will go as high as even 32, 33 degrees, while the nighttime temperature will drop to as low as around 17, 18 degrees. But humidity in the month of June is going to be really high because it's the start of monsoon. Places like Pokhara, it's going to be a slightly cooler, where the daytime temperature will go up to maximum 25 and the night would be as low as 15 degrees. But over and above this, it's going to be a humid, sticky experience when you're traveling around. The warmest place along the tourist belt would be at Lumbini, where the daytime temperature will maybe rise up to even as high as close to 38, 39 degrees, and the evening night temperature would be close to around 28 degrees. Now, this is with regards to the tourist belt. Chitwan National Park will all but be closed in the month of June. Even if it is open, it's going to be a not very cool experience, because most of the trails where you can travel to see the animals is going to be covered with water, and it's not going to be a pleasant experience. So, my personal recommendation, if you're someone who's traveling to Nepal in the month of June, you can travel to Kathmandu, Lumbini, Pokhara, and you can go around these places because that's the best. Chitwan, you should actually skip out for the month of June. You can come back maybe after the monsoon is over for Chitwan. Now, the question arises, what can you be doing in Kathmandu when it's raining? You can definitely visit the temples and the stupas that are there in and around Kathmandu. You can go around shopping, you can visit the cafes, and you can chill around in the pubs. That's the most that you can do in Kathmandu in the month of June. But remember that having your own vehicle in Kathmandu in the month of June is a better option as compared to wandering around with local taxis. If you want local taxis, you'll find them at every nook and corner in Kathmandu, but then you're going to always have the risk of getting wet because it rains so heavily that you're going to end up getting drenched. That's the amount of rain. Likewise, when you're traveling from Kathmandu to Pokhara, the most economical way to get around is by booking a seat on the local tourist bus, which is an AC bus, which takes you from Kathmandu to Pokhara and vice versa. These tourist buses ply everywhere within Nepal, and these are very good luxury buses, so you do not need to worry about them. Now, remember that if you're traveling to Nepal to experience, I would say, the Himalayan ranges from Kathmandu and Pokhara, that's going to be pretty much a bummer in the month of June because it's going to be cloud cover and it's going to be very bad visibility because of the monsoon that has arrived. Even in Pokhara, the lakeside, it's, I would say, boating is not going to be really possible unless and until there is a couple of hours where there is no rain and the weather is still, because the biggest worry that the locals face at the lake is the wind that causes these boats to topple. Hence, for safety precaution, the minute it starts raining and gets windy, they end up stopping the boat rides. For this reason, when you're traveling to Nepal in the month of June, be prepared and come mentally ready that it's not going to be the Nepal that you see on social media and on the internet, where it's going to be completely uh, s- clear skies and snow-capped mountains. That's all going to be there, but it's going to be covered in thick cloud cover for the month of June. Now, when you're in Pokhara, remember that you need to be staying for, I would say, a minimum of 2 nights or more, because Pokhara has a very good vibe, and stay close to the lake because that's the whole vibe of Pokhara. If you're staying far away from the lake, you're going to have to either walk a lot or always take a taxi in and out of the area that you're staying. I would personally recommend staying close to street number 14, 15, or 16 in Pokhara, because that's where all the vibe is and it's the most happening part of Pokhara. Now, for those who want to go to Lumbini, it is also possible to go there. You can take a local bus to Lumbini, which is, I would say, around 6 to 7 hours from Pokhara. It is the most convenient to get to Lumbini from Pokhara and then exit from to India via the border, which is at Nepal and India, which leads you to Gorakhpur or to Bihar, depending on where you want to go. For all those who want to fly out of Nepal, you will have to go back to Kathmandu because that's where the most affordable flights are. But remember, flying within Nepal in the month of June can be very risky because of the heavy rains. There can be disruption in the flight takeoff and at the time of landing. So make sure that when you're traveling by flight, you are assured that safety comes first because of the weather, that it can be torrential. When it comes to food options, Nepal has unlimited food options. No matter where you go, you're not going to be hungry. Just make sure that you have enough of cash on you, because in Nepal there's a weird thing that at every place wherever you stop to eat there are shops, but they're going to charge you way more than what MRP is. So for a bottle of Coca-Cola, which will cost you around Nepali 30, they're going to charge you around 60 to 80 rupees, because that's what they feel is right, and that's how it goes all over Nepal. It's exorbitant, the amount of money that they charge from tourists for simple things which have already have an MRP costing, but there's no bypass around it. When it comes to cell phone network, I would personally say Ncell is the best cell phone network. For Indian 350, which could be equivalent to around, I would say, $4 to $5, you will end up getting a very good SIM card for 7 days, which has around 50 GB of network or data network, which will work throughout. Calling, they give you around 10 minutes, but you can always do data calling, that is via WhatsApp or any other service that you have. Now remember that this SIM card is instantly activated, and to get an eSIM, it's kind of a trouble because you'll have to go to the Ncell care center to get it done. They do not do it at the local shops like what it is back in most other countries. Now remember that when you're traveling, getting a SIM card in Nepal is very important, even though there's Wi-Fi everywhere, because a SIM card does help you to navigate and to keep in touch with other locals, that is your bookings, your hotels, or your transport people, or anything that you need to communicate for. Over and above this, the clothing that you need, you'll definitely need a very good umbrella, you'll need a wind cheater, you'll need a good pair of shoes that are water resistant if not waterproof. You need a pair of Crocs with have good grip. Do not carry fake Crocs because you'd be slipping and sliding all over. And remember to carry extra clothing and keep all your clothes wrapped in plastic bags, so in case it gets wet, your bag gets wet, your clothes are not going to end up getting wet, and this way you're going to be, I would say, bulletproof for the monsoon. Remember that in the month of June, Nepal is like tailing towards the end of tourist season. So by default, you'll get a very good deal on hotels and on, I would say, even your transportation. Just make sure that you're booking with a reputed agency so that you do not end up getting scammed. Now, if you're looking for a trip to Nepal in the month of June, July, August, or whenever, we do have trips happening to Nepal every month. You can click on the link in the description and go straight to our website, and you can book directly from our website or contact our sales team, who will assist you and guide you through the booking process. If you have any queries related to your own personal travel to Nepal in the month of June or July and want guidance for the same, you can either book a consultation, which is a paid service, or you will have to leave a comment in the comment section if you're looking for free advice. But please do not call or WhatsApp our team for free advice, because we do not intend on giving any kind of free advice and wasting our time on your personal queries when you don't intend on booking a trip with us. If you want all of that, you just leave a comment in the comment section and we'll be more than happy to resolve your query via either a reply on the comment or by making a video if it is suitable and most people have the similar doubt. Now, till our next video for Nepal, remember, stay safe, stay happy, and stay blessed. And most of all, cover the earth before it covers you.